Hello, everybody. Well, we are continuing this talk with Pastor Dele, and it's interesting. How do you survive in a foreign land? I know you've mentioned a few points, but before you continue those points, do you know people really? Because people, relatives back at home, and family members back at home are waiting for some of them and saying, "Oh, he's gone for 20 years. He's gone for 30 years. He's gone for 40 years. We don't know where he is." Do you think there are situations? Have you run into people like that?
Not run into people like that. I know a lot of people like that.
No.
And what happened?
Who are not really making it.
Of course, they through no fault of theirs, but through their ignorance when they got there. And for people who are watching this telecast, I believe that it's a great opportunity to address the errors of the past, if there was any. And if there are no errors and people are just entering a foreign land, I believe this is an eye-opener to prevent them from running into errors. Now, what happened was that some people got to a foreign country, and the first 5 years of their life was doing drugs, moving with the wrong friends, stealing, being locked up by the police, having a criminal record, and with that, they cannot do anything with their name because they are messed up. Some people got there and they got to a foreign land as a student. And instead of adding value, they abandoned their education for work. But what people have forgotten is that...
Because some people say you need to, you cannot go to school if you don't have a scholarship and you don't have rich parents.
Yeah, but that is...
But they need to go work, so they abandon their education. That happens to a lot of people.
But that is deception. I, as a person, I worked 7 years at night and studied 7 years during the day. You understand? Alongside.
So when did you sleep?
Well, if I'm able to find 1 or 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours here and there, and I did it. I sponsored myself to the university. I didn't get bursary. I didn't get any support from the government because I had no immigration status. Even the work that I was doing then I was just working, taking a risk to work, and I paid my way. Today, so what I want everyone watching this telecast is this: once you get that value, it becomes yours. I will say do everything possible legally to add value, because people get to a foreign country, instead of studying, they go to work and they abandon their education. But knowledge will start working when all your friends who are hardworking become tired. When they can no longer do anything, that's when education kicks off. You see lawyers, they make their monies in their 60s, doctors, accountants, they make their money. When everyone is retired, they are still consultants. So knowledge, you cannot abandon education for work, because eventually you will get older than your age. Eventually you work to pay bills and you become frustrated.
So there will be a time when you cannot go and still be cleaning the toilet
of
or
course,
the metro.
Of course, that's when education works. You just get a pen and you look at doctors, they just check your eye and say, well, I'll give him a tablet, and that's all they do. They don't lift a finger. So most people waste their time at the earlier part, or some get into the wrong relationship, in that they go and meet a strange woman, a strange man, and say they found a husband, and at the end of the day, the relationship breaks down, and for 5-10 years of their sojourn in that country, they've achieved nothing, and some of them don't have the status to live in that country, so they start hiding. Some work in different people's name, in a different identity. So for the first 10 years of their life, they cannot say this is what they have achieved. And the longer it takes you to achieve, the more difficult it becomes for you to measure or to go back, because people are expecting you. And the disappointment for most of them is that people who came after them and did the right thing who have been going back home and showing them that I'm back with goodies. But people who have been there, so we've seen a lot of people, 10, 20 years, some got married to the first person, if the marriage broke down, they got another person, they took this property from them, they took that property from them. So that was why I said, in everything you want to do, when you get into a foreign culture, make sure you have God on your side so that He can lead you. Wow. The deep, call it onto the deep, so that you don't get into the wrong group, you don't get into the wrong association, you don't get married to the wrong person, you don't abandon your education for a piece of bread. So surviving in a foreign land, one has got to do everything. If you need to get knowledge, make sure you get it and work. If you look at some of my people, I ask my church members, I say, how old am I? They don't know. Some of them say you are in your 30s, some of them say you are in your 40s. Some I say, well, you know what? Because I don't do much. Education has limited the sweat. It has limited the hard labor. It has reduced everything because I only need to sit down and sign papers. So what I'm trying to say, and this life, and some people watching this telecast may turn around and say, well, not everybody can be a lawyer. I didn't ask them to be a lawyer. Not everyone can be an accountant, but if everyone cannot be, why should they be you?
Thank you so very much, Pastor Dele. It's intriguing, exciting, but our time is over now, so we need to meet you tomorrow. So thank you, everybody. We'll meet Pastor Dele tomorrow.